And he didn't even go for it. Oh my God. He didn't even go for it. Boy.
It is the NFL on EA Sports, and it will likely be the final season in which we say we've got football from Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Cincinnati Bengals. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. Then he'll take this across
That's a fair play right there.
extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They run it with a rookie from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
I got this dude at 4th and 50. Hey, he going for it. He about to give me another sack. Let's go.
Here's Flacco. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up.
Man, you was fucking soft.
Early test for this defense. Here we go.
I see that mode.
Here's Damian Harris, third-rounder from Alabama. And he won't be close.
4th and 50. 4th and 50. Got you. A one-on-one party with Michael Gallup. Come on.
And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Go forward on 4th and inches on your side of the field, man.
4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Flacco. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To pass, Flacco. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Jordan Evans with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 11. Dalton here from the gun. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing all season. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain.
Nope. That shit still didn't work that game. It still said 0 snaps out of 500.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
It's still saying that.
Yeah.
Dalton now to pass. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike 1st here on their opening drive. Extra point up.
I don't see Mont say that shit.
Makes the score 7-0.
Or you know what? Nah, I gotta wait till this he advanced. Because he advanced this morning before the match.
This is taken at the 3.
So, yeah, I gotta wait till. So don't, never mind, don't count that.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where we go, who we need to get, and then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves, despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs.
Throwing here on first down. Flacco. Blitz coming and down he goes. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Flacco's throw there complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking for 2 yards here on 3rd down. Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Okay, come with you early, maybe. All right, come on, man.
Johnny Townsend as he'll run it away for the 2nd time.
You know what? Yeah. You got a shower? Yeah. My wife did. Are you about to hold it down? Go get one. Go get one, mate. Go get one. Man, shut up. Well, you don't get one like this.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45.
No.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Into a double team.
Fuck, I do that. That was my dumb ass thing. Bad decision. Bad decision. Had him wide open again. That's my play.
Trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster.
What are you playing in? Oh, Universe?
I played with a quarterback like this before.
Oh, man, Benzo. Yeah.
I'll take it, I'll fix it. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offensive coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility
Practice a little bit.
and try and get him set.
You know, he a compliment.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
That's right, they did.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
The game was for the last 2 years.
At the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play.
But that league's so crazy. You look at the wide team with that talented cornerbacks and all of that shit. Where?
Before. And these only ones you doing anything in that league.
The last time I was over there, people were turning the quarterback to DB.
You can't do no shit like that.
Shit, yeah, you can.
Hey,
Last year you could.
I played in the league last year too.
I did too.
They was doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Nigga, I ain't fucking know. Fuck shit, nigga.
Yeah, ain't no rule on the position.
I be playing this shit just, you know, for WTB purposes. You know what I'm saying? Running my shit.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with it.
And now look at him go. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Jesse Bates, who led the Bengals in tackles as a rookie, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Flacco throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating off play action, Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Ooh, motherfucker, I fucked up anyway.
To break that one up.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence, having a lot of point yet flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost a lead into the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And they work this out past the 25. The catch and run good for 24 yards. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Operating from the gun. Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Yeah.
On 2nd and inches.
I know.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
He's got it. And he brought down someone more quickly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Lucky.
Now Flacco. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Evans gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coach, standing by in Orlando. He'll be along. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22. Dalton, 1st and 10. And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. Nice completion there from Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen him get going as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
About to get real ugly.
To throw again.
Green's
got it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
The other day saying a lot of shit, man. I gotta get used to the adjust for this shit now. I mean, really just the adjustment.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Fuck out of here,
So we
man.
come upon halftime
I
with our
fucking-
score 14-0. As we'll send you back home due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The first half update now from Philadelphia. And the Eagles out in front early. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. Down goes Dalton on the sack. Tahir Whitehead, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And Dalton to throw. Points the target, and he has it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Throw from Dalton, taken in by Eifert. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
And there's another completion to the tight end. Let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
That's all right. Y'all need y'all all to keep moving.
It's not real
Back to Mixon on first down. And able to
Yeah, home and Mercedes Super Dome.
solid run on first down.
Everything set like for Hey, Mo, pray for me. Say a quick prayer for me, man.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7.
I'm about to watch the game, man. I'm about to watch it. We put the broadcast up.
Takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Giovanni Bernard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 21-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And their halftime hold now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half.
I didn't think he was gonna get through that more.
How the fuck they get called?
I tried it. OG flag shit. I knew he was gonna get caught. As soon as I seen his motherfucker on the back of his jersey, I said,
At the 46. Flacco from the gun. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Jordan Willis, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Passing play, Flacco. He's going to float this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
most definitely.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, ready to
When in doubt, just give it to Thomas.
this fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets
Man, you do it hard, fool.
No, it's a simple adjustment.
I ain't throw it out.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but then just got mashed.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense on balance.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Joe Mixon really snuck this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go into a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers would never believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them.
Fucking Dalton. What the fuck kind of pass was that,
It's
nigga?
big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And Eifert has it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Andy Dalton now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up in incomplete. By the way, they're into the second half now in Philadelphia on the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Check, 59, 59. Hey, Steve 6, fire.
Now it's the backup Greer. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Ready. Mike's 59. In the face. Go. Right. Mark, 59, Mark. There it comes. Watch twist. Ready, go. Now.
On first down, it's Greer. And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his third pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Ready.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Protein spill. Slam. Hey. Switch. Hustle. Get it.
Back to the air. Greer on second down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Come on, break it, work.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Mixon with a first down carry. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Hands up, VAT! Let's go, D.
Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon with his third touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
59, Mike to 59. General West. Sponge. No. Watch that. Switch.
Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
He's checking. Go.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Greer. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Check. Hey, Haywood. Come.
Greer on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Greer. And Wilson has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Greer now, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Greer. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Greer. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been a man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own
Jerry Madden's showing you a lot of love right now, because yeah, that was a pick. I don't know what's going on.
And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015
that ain't got nothing to do with
season,
personnel. That was just
3
crazy.
games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make
Hell yeah, Luke. Let's go, Luke.
Last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Open man, Erickson, that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? There goes a deep ball in zone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off near his own 48, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.